What's up, guys? It should be working out. Let's find out the classic. We gotta see if I can hear myself because that'll tell me if the stream actually worked. All right, sounds like it worked. Sounds like the internet's probably gonna crap out on me at some point too, but we're gonna wing it because I don't know. We are. So what's up, guys? I see the chat's popping off. So that's nice. I'm not even gonna start this as like, hey guys, it's El Supersonic Q or whatever. We're just gonna straight up chill. We're gonna take it even more unprofessional than we usually do, and we're just gonna chill out for the surprise 9-year anniversary stream. So I'm pretty much just gonna go to the comments, just chat with you guys. That's all this is gonna be, is a Q&A. I figured, well, not only does it work out that we have it on a different day than Friday, so that other people that can't normally check out the Friday streams can check out this, but also, yeah, it is my 9-year anniversary today on YouTube. So that's pretty crazy. I originally did not have any kind of big video planned or anything, but I was going to do a vlog style video that talked about the past, present, and future of the channel. Well, I filmed all that and then I put the file into iMovie to edit it, and it was corrupted. And the original video file was like 17 minutes long. I was going to edit it up and stuff, but like it was 17 minutes. And I said to myself, like, I'm not going to refilm that because then I'll have to like mentally cut some stuff down so that I don't have to edit 17 minutes and all this other crazy stuff. I said, you want to know what? Let's just stream instead because then I can talk to the viewers and like that's the more important thing. I think you guys would get more out of chatting with me and doing this kind of live stream stuff rather than a vlog that people might not even really want to check out if it's like 10 minutes or whatever. So I'm just gonna turn to the comments and just see what's up. So we got Soma Cruz. It's been a while, Soma. Or yeah, I don't think I've seen you in the chat recently, so that's cool. How you doing? Sonic and Mario Studios says you are God. So thanks. I'm God, I guess. Knuckles fan videos said, "El Supersonic Q, have you ever seen Futurama? And if so, what's your opinion on it?" I have seen Futurama before. What's my opinion on it though? I liked it a long time ago when I saw it, but I never really went out of my way to watch it or anything like that. Um, but I definitely like it more than Family Guy or like American Dad or even The Simpsons, I guess. So out of all those like Fox comedy shows, I guess Futurama is my favorite, but it's not really saying much because like I wouldn't say I'm like a fan of Futurama or anything. But it was the funniest and most enjoyable out of all those similar shows. JapanCom ML said, "When is the next Lost Media video?" It's a really good question because I'm wondering that myself. Well, actually, I should not be wondering that. So there is going to be a video on April Fool's Day on Sunday. I guess it's quote unquote Lost Media. It's an April Fool's Day video, so do with that what you will. But as for the next real Lost Media video, um, I don't know. It might not be for a couple of weeks because after the Kekra. Oh no, no! You didn't hear anything. Oh my god! I woke up like 20 minutes ago. No, you didn't. You guys did not hear anything. You don't know. You don't know what Sunday's video is going to be about. Oh my god! Now I have to delete this stream. This stream's gonna be Lost Media until Sunday because I don't want people watching like the first 15 minutes of the stream and hearing me say that. Okay. Well, after the mystery video, the mystery April Fool's Day video on Sunday, I wanted to finish up a couple of old projects that have been in the works for a while. And that might take a couple weeks to get to those because they're bigger videos or just videos that don't really follow my mystery of formula very well. But I wanted to get those out now that we're in this like schedule lull versus when I have all these big mysteries coming out. I don't really want to try and like jam these one-off videos in between the main mysteries. So I want to get these out first, and then we're going to get back to the main mysteries um, with some animation topics and also some gaming stuff thrown in there that I never got around to finishing from a couple weeks ago. So it's going to go like um, April Fool's Day mystery this Sunday. Then probably for the next like week and a half or 2 weeks, it's gonna be like, I guess, bigger, more historical videos, I'm gonna call it, versus an actual mystery. And then after those two videos, we're gonna get back into the main mysteries. That's the plan right now anyway. I guess it could change, but there you go. The stuff I'm working on now though, those historical mysteries or whatever, they're still really cool videos. Um, they're just, I guess, they're just not as straightforward as like the mystery of Hannah Montana anime. They're a little more like outside the box, I guess. But you guys will see when I post them. Oh, Lane said I thought you hated April Fool's Day. Yeah, I do hate April Fool's Day, but I feel like this year I'm more prepared to make a video for it, and it would fit very well with this topic. So I decided that it would be worth doing. Jonathan Yes Cass said, "How did you, Pat Mac, and Mario 64 meet?" Yeah, so that's a funny story about all that. It's a good story though. So I was posting art videos for most of my YouTube life. Like I've been on YouTube for 9 years, and for like 7 of those years, I was posting art videos almost exclusively. So I did a lot of sculptures, and you guys can still see these videos on my channel, by the way. So I was posting sculpture videos. I had this series called the In Depth series, where it took a closer look at my sculptures. And I had, or I still have, a Sonic R set that I made, a clay figure set of Sonic R characters. And I believe those were one of the first videos that Pat Mac commented on, the Sonic R clay sculptures. And then from there, he started commenting on more of my videos, and I started like talking to him in the comments. And he asked me if I had Skype. And yeah, I said, yeah, I do. And I'm like, this guy seems like a pretty good person, I guess. So I added him on Skype. And then we started talking on Skype. And then I don't know how Pat Mac met Mario, but I guess they had met through somewhere. And then Pat Mac told me one day, El Supersonic Hugh, I have this friend who has a similar interesting collectibles and stuff. Let me introduce him to you. So then he added me to a chat with Mario. And that was our first like main introduction to each other. And I remember the first thing that like Mario ever said to me, or that I ever said to him, was that like it was a comment about the Mario Party 5 plush that was like, because I think at the time he like really hated the set because of how stupid the prices were and stuff for it. So then I said to him, the first thing I ever said to Mario, I said, "Man, I heard you are a big fan of the Mario Party 5 plushes," which is ironic because he's not. And I forget what he said. He probably said like, "No, they're horrible." And I'm like, "Okay." And then from there, we were all in the group chat, and we just started talking more and more. And eventually we just sort of became this like trio of people. That's pretty cool, I think. So yeah, that's the story of how we met. That's no good, said cats or dogs. I gotta say I'm probably a cat person versus a dog person. I mean, I still like dogs a lot, but realistically I could see myself enjoying cats more. King 1AG said, "What got you into Lost Media?" So I think Blame It on George. One of his original, or I don't actually know how long he'd been posting videos before I saw this, but like one of his original, like, or earlier, I should say, top Lost Media videos is what got me into Lost Media. I have no idea how I found it, when I found it, why I watched it. I have absolutely no idea. It was like 3 years ago at this point. But his top 40 lost or missing animations, I forget exactly what the video was called, but Kablam episode 29 was in that compilation that he made. And I was so interested in I don't know why, but I was so interested in Kablam episode 29. So after watching that video, I started researching this Kablam episode 29 thing that people didn't know if it existed or not. And I came across the Lost Media Wiki. And once I was on the wiki, which at that point it was the old wiki, it was like the Lost Media Wikia version before all that crazy stuff happened. Um, I was like, "Oh, man, not only is there Kablam Lost Media, but there's all other kinds of lost media too," and I started reading up on, various different things. I think my original 3 lost media interests were Kablam episode 29, A Day with SpongeBob, and the Lost McDonald Land or the Lost McDonald's VHS tape thing, and it was like the mystery of McDonald Land Lock or whatever that like tape was called. It was McDonald Land Lock, Kablam episode 29, and A Day with SpongeBob. Those are my first 3 lost media interests. And that was way back in like 2015. So if it had not been for that Blame It on George video, I probably never would have got into lost media. So it all came from that. Um, hmm. Mr. Needle Mouse said, "Have you ever watched Gravity Falls?" I have watched Gravity Falls before. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm I haven't watched it in years. Even back then, I wasn't a big fan, but it was a pretty decent cartoon from what I remember. It was like higher quality than some of the other shows that were airing like at that point in time. So I remember watching it like infrequently. I don't know if I was ever into it enough where I was like watching premieres and stuff. But I know that it was on more most of the time, or some of the time, I should say. Um, and I ended up like seeing some of it, but I mean, I'm not a big fan or anything. Um, PWO Beatles said, "Hey, L Supersonic Q, what is your favorite Mario plush set?" Ooh, man, favorite Mario plush set. I feel like there's a really obvious answer to this. Um, I'm trying to get all like the Sanai sets out of my head because I freaking hate Sanai. Okay, and that's another thing too, is everyone's like, why do you hate Sanai or whatever? Okay, the reason why I hate them is exactly this reason. I'm trying to think of other Mario plush sets that exist, and the only ones that pop into my head are Sanai based plush sets. And it's so annoying because they've been around for so long. Not like it's bad that the company has had a legacy and experience in the business, but it's just annoying because like the only set I'm thinking of right now is like the All-Star set that you find in Best Buy and like Target and like every single like generic retail store. Like, like I'm trying to like think of other companies. I know Banpresto did a lot of really cool sets. I guess that you could say one of my off the top of my head right now, one of my favorites is the Banpresto New Super Mario Bros. Set with the Poker Luigi, the Blue Shell Mario, Poker Toad, Mega Mushroom, and I think there was a fifth character to that set. I don't remember what it was though, but that's a really cool set. I really like Banpresto plushes a lot. Some of their earlier Super Mario World plushes are really cool too. I have a Galumba, and maybe maybe that's all I have from that set. But I've been wanting a Cape Mario as well. Um, So I guess I didn't directly answer the question, but like Banpresto stuff is really cool. I like Banpresto Mario stuff. I'm just not a big Sanai guy. Man, I feel like there's some kind of set I'm like completely overlooking. Is there some kind of like really? Oh, I'm thinking like the Mario RPG set, but like that set is like really overblown. I think it's like I don't know. I don't want to say that's my favorite because like I feel like that's everyone's favorite because like who doesn't want an RPG plush? Maybe the Mario 64 set. That's a really cool set, and Ben Presto did make that. So maybe my vote will be for the 64 set. Because I really like 64, and there are a lot of really cool plushes in that set, and the plushes look like they're from the game. So I'm gonna say maybe the Mario 64 set by Ben Presto. I like how the YouTube like the chat's still popping up and I can see the viewer count on this other tab, but the actual YouTube page where my viewer count is and like the likes and dislikes, it froze. So, Pop Boy said, "How did you think of your channel name?" So this is a pretty good story too, and pretty fitting for the anniversary stream. So back a long time ago, I used to play laser tag at this place called Laser Quest, and for a really long time, I was bad at the game. And you have code names when you play. So I had like a bunch of different code names for a while. They all were like Mario themed, but I would always rank really poorly. Um, but then one day I decided that Supersonic was going to be my code name. And that was the first time I ever came in first place in the rankings at Laser Quest. Um, so from that point on, Supersonic was always like a special name to me. And then when it came time to choose a YouTube name, I was thinking like, what kind of special names do I have? And I was thinking Supersonic is the special name, but Supersonic is too generic in itself. So what can I add to it to spice it up? And Laser Quest abbreviates themselves as LQ. So I thought, let me combine that in some kind of way. Should it be LQ Supersonic, Supersonic LQ? None of those sounded right, so I split the letters up and went L Supersonic Q. And I'm like, you want to know what? I like that. I like the sound of that. And I made that my username, and it's pretty much stuck ever since. I have, believe it or not, I have gotten comments from people saying that like my username is weird or that it like doesn't fit my channel. But you want to know what? It's one of those things that has stuck with me for so long that I can't possibly change it. Like I can't change it. I remember watching the Smash Bros. Melee documentary, and there was a section where some of the old school players were asked the origin behind their name and like if they would change their name, and a lot of them said that they wouldn't change their name because it became a part of them, you know. And in the same way, I feel like my YouTube username has become a part of me, even though like I don't think it sounds that bad to begin with. Um, but even if it did, you know, like it's grown on me. And I think, you know, if I changed that name to anything except that, even if it was my real name, I don't think people would really like connect with it as much versus like, oh, it's L Supersonic Q. Like that's, you know, that's becoming a recognizable name. And my fans definitely recognize it. So yeah, the L Supersonic Q name is sticking around. Rue said, sorry for the spam, but are you sorry for the spam, Al Supersonic Q? That's a solid meme. I'm glad you brought that back. That's cool. Austin Ledger said, greetings from the state of Massachusetts, El Supersonic Q. Well, I can say the same thing to you, Austin, because I am currently in Massachusetts. So we're in the same state right now, and that's pretty cool. Yo, Brittany showed up. What's up, Brittany? I don't even said, hey, LSSQ, happy 9 years. I'm going to start posting pics on that Sonic account I mentioned last stream sometime this weekend. Ooh, that's cool. You decided on some pictures to pose your plushes with. I like it. I like it. TV, games, music, and cartoons said, when is your birthday? Let's celebrate. My birthday is not until December, so we would be waiting a really long time. If only my birthday was close to my YouTube anniversary date, then we could have a big party or something, but I don't think we're going to be waiting for that. ZZ Colby 27 said, what software do you use? Uh, to stream, I just use Google Hangouts, which is pretty not good, I think. If I had a choice, I would definitely get like an open broadcast software, but the problem is um I I don't have a compute like I don't have my own computer that can download that and run that. Like right now I'm using my brother's computer and I don't want to download stuff on his computer. His computer is what I use to pretty much do all my YouTube stuff. Aside from make visuals, I make visuals on my computer. Um, but putting it all together and stuff, I use his, and I don't want to download stuff on his computer for streaming. But as for programs for editing and stuff, I use iMovie for pretty much all my videos to put the stuff together, the all the pictures and stuff. Oh, Mel Sanchez said I did say happy ninth anniversary. Well, thanks, Mel. I probably missed it earlier. I this is like crazy. Like I get like talking about my channel and stuff. I remember when I used to start these streams, and I think you guys can still access these streams in the playlist on my channel. Um, I started streaming either late 2014 or early 2015. I don't remember which one it was. But I remember when I first started streaming on YouTube and stuff, and I would stream to like 3 people all night, and that was like the peak viewers at the time. And like sometimes it would be a struggle because like there'd be 3 people, and you know they'd only have so many questions to ask, and I'd feel bad because like the stream would keep going, and they'd run out of questions, and I'd have to like try and think of something to like entertain them with because it was just so underground, so like indie. So it's really weird to think that like the streams have finally become this like thing where I can't even possibly get to all the comments because there's just so many of them. So I mean that's really cool. And even before I started doing the YouTube streams here, I made an account on a website called Ustream, and I would do like like vlog streams on Ustream for like 3 hours to like 1 or 2 people. It would that I can't even believe that I like did that at the time. Like I don't know, just that seems really crazy to think about that. Like I went through the effort of making a Ustream account and all this stuff. I don't know. That was a long time ago though. Like yeah, 2013 I think. And I think that was my earliest run in with streams was 2013. Before that I don't think I did anything like it. Wow, I just missed 9 billion comments. Oh, Austin was saying, "Hey, El Supersonic Q, are you a fan of the Boston Bruins like me?" Um, I'm not really a big sports guy, but I do like root for all the New England teams. So, I definitely am not a fan of any other team. So, I guess you could say I'm a fan of the Bruins. BWLF 101 said, "Happy 9th anniversary. Greetings from Mexico." Whoa, that's pretty crazy. Mexico. That is really far away from me. I think sometimes some people from the UK. Well, I know Jane lives in the UK, but like I remember like a couple times there were people that were from like Germany and like maybe Switzerland or something. I mean that was pretty crazy too. Toby Productions said Keckrock ice cream bar with gumball eyes. Oh my gosh. Can someone make like a mock-up of that? Like some kind of uh like fake render or not even like a render of the popsicle. Make like a wrapper like a mock-up wrapper and print it out and pretend like you ate a popsicle, a Kek Rock popsicle. That would be so cool. Jeez, so many questions. Oh my gosh, I can't even get to them all. PLX2 said, "Hail Supersonic Q. I already asked a lot, but my internet freaked out, so I don't know if you responded to this. Did you check out the electromechanical games I told you about? I did not reply to that yet, but to reply to it now, I have not checked it out yet. Unfortunately, might be." Ruse said, "A next all nighter stream when?" Oh my gosh. Okay, some of you guys might remember this, some of you probably don't. The legendary 6 hour stream from, I think it was late 2015? Or was it 2016? No, maybe in 2016. From late 2016, the legendary 6 hour stream where we literally streamed for 6 hours. I cannot believe we did that. I was going to bring that back, I think. Yeah, I was supposed to bring that back the next year, but it didn't happen because I didn't have internet. But also, I didn't want to. I did not want to stream for 6 hours again. So maybe like I don't know. I don't know what would have to happen for me to stream for like 6 hours again or longer or so. I don't know. I don't know, but that did happen though. Jane said they listened to the 6 hour stream so many times. I haven't even thought about that like until right now. Like that was it was such a big event but I feel like it faded into obscurity pretty quickly. You know, like I'm trying to think of like a I can't think of like a game equivalent, but like it was like a really hype game that everyone was talking about, but then it came out and no one talked about it. And it was sort of like that. So, because like I haven't thought about it in a long time, and like it's not really like referenced a lot in the L Supersonic Q lore or anything. So, Evan Cotter said, "Hi, L Supersonic Q. I just joined. Well, what's up, Evan? Glad you could stop by." Oh, next order lives on Antarctica apparently. So there you go. Sean Luke Salinas said, "Hey, Elsa's Q. What's up, Sean Luke? Glad you could stop by. PK Deluxe is here. How you doing, PK Deluxe?" Oh, Pilix 2. Maybe that's what I was thinking of then. Pilix 2 said, "You think Mexico is far? I'm watching you from Chile, close to Peru and Argentina." Maybe that was what I was thinking of. Or no, there definitely were some European people too, but Chile is another like really far away like place as well. Um, Gamer Dude 24 said, "How about the lost pilot of Flapjack?" This is actually I've actually addressed this quite a bit, but it's good that you brought it up again because a lot of people seem to ask about it. So here's some L Supersonic He Lost media for you. At one point in time, I was going to do the mystery of the lost Flapjack pilot, and there was some like wedgie short that was lost. I had a script written for it. I recorded all the audio, and I just had to get to the visuals. But the video I think was 9 minutes long, and that was going to be a lot of time editing visuals for. And at that point, I kind of decided this is not worth putting together for 9 minutes because there's really no point to the mystery. So, to my knowledge, Tharop Van Orman, who's the creator of Flapjack, he has the pilot himself. So we found it. There you go. He just doesn't want to release it. I think because he said it's bad or something. Not only that, but if you go on Vimeo, there's a reel from the Cartoon Network upfront of 2007, I think. And there are clips of this lost pilot. It's just not the full pilot. But from the looks of it, it's pretty much a final episode of the show. There's nothing like really different about it. It's just the plot is exclusive to the pilot, right? So that I mean, I guess you could say it's partially found, and we know who has it, and there's nothing drastically different about it. So that's like strike one. Strike two with the wedgies short is that there was some kind of weird like thing going on with the wedgies short, where like the English version was on YouTube at one point, but it was gone. Then a Polish version came up, and I guess people couldn't find that either. But since I've looked last, that short is actually on YouTube. I don't know where it came from, but someone did find it in English, and it's on YouTube, or it was on YouTube, and I saw it. So that's strike two. I'm not gonna, you know. Did the phone really just ring? Oh my goodness. Oh no! Come on. I'm gonna pause this to see who's calling. Okay. Um, so there's a thing with the pilot. So last I checked, the Lost Wedgie short was on YouTube, so I can't put that in my video now. So just the whole thing like felt like it was the whole idea of the video was pretty bad back then, even when the Wedgie short was quote unquote lost. But now that that's found and like all this stuff, like nah, I'm not. I ain't doing that. So that's not happening. Raidos9 said the phone real life's lav track. I mean, honestly, yeah. I cannot believe that just happened. Like every time. Man, I'm sad none of you guys made a Wonder Pets phone as Wow, I couldn't say that right. I'm bleh, I can't talk now. Oh my gosh. Okay. I am disappointed that none of you guys made a Wonder Pets the phone is ringing meme. That would have been good. Tony the Ham Man said, "How does Captain Carlos fit into the Keckrock lore?" Um, ask Pat Mac about that. He might know because Captain Carlos was like his idea for me to do a video on Captain Carlos stuff. But most of the shorts are on Vimeo, so there's no mystery there. Watch me do something. 43144 said, "How long does it take you to make a Lost Media video?" Ooh, this is a question that can get kind of complicated because, like, okay, the video in itself, I guess, like to straight up answer the question directly, a video itself takes like between, I would say, like on average, 10 hours maybe to make from start to finish, from the beginning writing the script to the very final, like, oh, it's done being edited in iMovie. Like if you count all the research time, then I guess it can vary between topic to topic. But like generally speaking, actually, can I even say generally speaking? I mean, some research stuff takes me a week or two. Some research stuff takes me like months. So, I guess I can't really twist this question any other way. I always seem to twist questions like just okay. So to straight up answer it, about 10 hours for a video. That's on average. That's what it takes me. Some stuff takes longer. Some stuff is a little shorter. But generally speaking, it's about 10 hours. Billy McDoodle said Keckrock was calling you, right? Well, I didn't pick it up, so maybe it was Keckrock. Ben Dog said, "Please notice Senpai." I can never ignore a please notice Senpai. Um, just reading some stuff in my head. Burden258 said, are you gonna make an LSSQ wiki with all the lore characters?" I think Tony the Ham Man already made an L Supersonic Q wiki. If you guys want to go find that wiki and add some L Supersonic Q lore characters to it, go for it. Because occasionally I do check that wiki to see if anyone added anything new, and like no one did. But I would definitely be down for reading some like L Supersonic Q lore characters on the LSSQ wiki from Tony the Ham Man. So if you guys want to edit that and expand the LSSQ lore, that'd be cool. I would enjoy reading that. Pinata Time said, "Did you say something about a video coming out on April 1st?" Yes, so there will be an April Fool's Day video on April 1st. Yep, it's going to be an April Fool's mystery of topic. So do with that what you will. But you guys will see. And actually, I'm going to probably spend the entirety of tomorrow doing that because I have absolutely nothing done for that video as of right now. But it will be out. So I actually have tomorrow off from work. Well, I took it off. So I'm going to spend the entire day doing that video. And hopefully by the end of the day, the video will be done. Or at the very worst, I'll only have to do a few things on Saturday and then get it on for Sunday. Um, Kazuma Kuwabara 291 said, "Sorry for the spam." Nice. This one's in all caps, so that's a way to mix it up. "Do you know any AMV download lords that could help me find my old videos? My old account was Spiz09 on YouTube before copyright strikes. And could I reach you on Skype?" I'm trying to think if you want to have, I know there are people on Last Media Wiki, who are like really into like archiving old YouTube videos and stuff. So maybe if you directed the search there, someone could help you. I mean, myself, I don't know much about that or how I could help you or anything like that. But I guess if for you or anyone else that wants to add me on Discord, because I do have a Discord, it's I think it's just L Supersonic Q and I should show up. So you can add me on Discord, but I don't use Skype anymore, so you will not find me there. The Sleepy Cat animation said, "Is the best meme Kekrock or Sanic?" I think this chat knows what the better meme is, or at least I know what the better meme is of those two. Tater Toddies said, "So how's your day been?" Welp, it was kind of. I guess it was kind of okay. Today was a little bit better than normal because of the fact that I could take tomorrow off, and so the whole week was shorter anyway. But otherwise, I kind of just came home and slept, and then I streamed now. So it was okay for the most part. You know, nothing like super great, but it wasn't the worst day ever, so it was okay. Brittany said, "Have you heard of Toriba?" I have heard of that. That's like the UFO catcher app. Yeah, I think I've been on it a couple times. I haven't like won anything from it or like tried to win anything from it, but I think Patmax said he's won some stuff from it a couple times. And I actually saw some tweets. I think Diekate from the Last Media Wiki has used it a couple times before too, because I've seen some tweets from him about that. So yeah, I know about it. I've just never really used it. And honestly, like I'm not sure if I would even have a use for it because I remember at one point they had the Kirby 25th anniversary like plushes or whatever, but I mean, I just bought I forget which one, the Kirby Superstar one. I think that's which one I bought it. I bought that. Okay, I'm mumbling and stuttering all over the place, trying to like think about what I'm trying to say here. I bought that Kirby Superstar plush from the anniversary thing from a website for like it had to be like $15 or maybe okay, that's actually a lot of money. I lost my point. What was I even talking about? Okay, I've heard of that website though, or that app. Sterling Bigler said the Billy and Mandy pilot was found. Yes, it was. That was found a long time ago, but that is out. Sean Luke said, "El Supersonic you, thanks for the shout out. Will you upload the stream after it's done, or is that just how live streaming works?" Uh, oh yeah, when I do it through YouTube, like here, it automatically archives itself, and you can find it on my channel. Of course, if I unlisted it or privated it, then you wouldn't be able to watch it. But what I'll probably do is, I was gonna say I might unlist it and put it in my live stream archive playlist like in a week or so. But maybe because it's an anniversary stream, maybe I'll keep it up. I'm not sure. But yeah, they unless I delete them or do something to them myself, they're always saved. So you can always go back and watch those in the playlist I made. Chris Zulas said yellow. Well, hello to you too. That was pretty creative. Juniors Lewis said, "I love your YouTube videos." Thanks, Juniors Lewis. I appreciate the feedback. Foxy Plays said, "What about the SpongeBob pilot?" I'm pretty sure that was found. It was just a version of Help Wanted with like a different intro and title card, I think. Um, Boston Von Two Jelm said, "What is your favorite piece of Lost Media, found or unfound? Just Lost Media in general. My favorite is the Super Mario RPG Geno plush. Sorry for the spam. Nice. I want to know because you research Lost Media. I would say I'll give an answer for a found and unfound. So right now I would say, or I don't say right now. We'll start with found media. So my favorite found media, I guess I don't know. I honestly do not know if this could ever be dethroned as my favorite found media because it was all me and I like lost sleep over this. The Cabo Mikey MTV pilot. That is without a doubt my favorite found media. because I spent like 6 months, or I didn't actually spend 6 months searching for it, but it took like 8 months, I think, for the director to actually upload it. But I spent so long gathering contacts for that, and I was obsessed with it, and it honestly consumed a lot of my like time back during its peak when I was trying to like find anyone who had connections to it that I could contact and that they would reply to me. So that's without a doubt my favorite found piece. As for favorite still lost piece, um I want to say Hmm. I want to say maybe like Meso Blues or something like that because it sort of like reminds me of like the Kappa Mikey pilot, right? Where it's like a drastically different version than this, main cartoon series that people know. But it's still lost, and like we know Vampartible has it, but is he going to release it ever? So I'd really like to see Meso. I, uh, I don't know what that was. I was like trying not to like I don't know. I'd really like to see Meso Blues though. So that's right now. That's probably my favorite piece of currently lost media. The Geno plush though. Oh boy, that is. If I had $1 for every time there was discussion about Geno, if it was real or fake, all the crazy stuff, I'd have money to buy Mallow maybe. But that is a Geno is a crazy topic. Like actually, it's crazy. Wait, okay, Yoshi Lamer said Meso Blues was actually found recently. I think you said that last time too. I feel like I would have heard about that if I probably would have got comments on my video if that actually was found. Okay, if Meso Blues was actually found, someone like reconfirm that. I don't want to. I was gonna open up other tabs and look myself, but like I don't want to lag the stream or anything, especially if that's a troll. But if Meso Blues was actually found, someone let me know because I don't know how I did not hear about that from anyone. Because usually when stuff gets found, people go to my videos, even if it's a video that has nothing to do with what was found, like with the Clockman. People were just posting on my most recent video at the time. I don't remember. I mean, was it maybe Super Game Boy 2 at the time when Clockman was found? People just posted on that video like Clockman was found, and it had nothing to Super Game Boy 2 has nothing to do with Clockman, but people were posting that. So if Meso Blues was actually found, like let me know. But oh, Lane said it has not been found yet. I checked the last media wiki. Yo, Yoshi Lamer's trolling me. And D Hammers also said not found. Okay, so it definitely was not found. Polar Hug said good evening. Yo, that is a nice name. And the profile picture. That's cool. What's up, Polar Hugs? Glad you could stop by. Jeez, I cannot get I cannot keep up with these comments. So jeez. Um ooh, King 1AG said, "What status of lost me?" Let me say that again. I don't know how well the stream picks up when I freaking slur my speech. Why I don't like I don't have a drink. That's the problem. That's become a like that's one of like the oldest memes in these streams is like halfway through I always like start like slurring my words because like I need a drink to like you need a drink, but I always forget the drink every time. Gosh dang. Okay. King 1AG said, "What status of lost media intrigues you the most? Lost unconfirmed. Oh, lost, unconfirmed existence, or partially found." I would say existence unconfirmed is probably the one that intrigues me the most. Um, just because, like, to think that something could exist, but people don't know whether or not it actually does, that's like some whoa kind of business. Um, and I did videos. My Does It Exist series is pretty much a whole series based on the existence unconfirmed genre. with the lost Kurt Cobain Run and Stimpy song and Yaya Beavis and Kablam episode 29. So it's just that kind of stuff is crazy because it's so weird to think about something possibly existing, but it's so lost or, you know, rare that people don't actually know if it exists. That's got to be my favorite. Let's see. Wampert said, El Supersonic Q, do you know about the Kim Possible pilot? I do not know about that. I don't know a lot about like the Disney stuff, like Nickelodeon pilots, Cartoon Network pilots. I'm like pretty much all over, but Disney stuff, I've never really delved into Disney stuff on the channel or in my research. So I don't know about that, but if it's significantly different than the final show, I can imagine that being a good video. JapanCom ML said, "Are you going to do a Mother 3 video?" Probably not. And actually, this kind of addresses a lot of people who have talked or not. I should say have suggested like certain video topics to me that like are popular, like Mother 3. And there were some other things. I can't remember what they were specifically, like I don't know. But the problem with videos like Mother 3 and whatnot is that I feel like they fall more along the lines of game betas versus something that's actually lost. And this is also a discussion on the Lost Media Wiki that comes up in the forums frequently and all this kind of stuff about like what really designates something as being lost. And at least in regards to my channel and how I feel about uh like Mother 3 and stuff, it's definitely more along the lines of a game beta versus like something actually being like lost. Like I know that like that version of the game never came out, you know, and you could argue it's more of a lost media kind of thing versus say the Luigi's Mansion beta, but I still feel like it's not quite to the level of like a cartoon show that's being lost because this is like the thing. Like when you look for lost cartoons, you can like oftentimes go to the creator of the cartoon or whatever and, you know, get some information there. With this, it's just like Mother 3 is underneath the Nintendo umbrella, and you can't just ask Nintendo like, "Oh, can you release this never before played except once at some game convention in 1995 video game beta?" You know, so like I feel like it falls into a different category, a different line than the other lost media stuff I deal with. Not only that, not only all that, but popular topics like Mother 3 have been covered extensively before, and I don't really want to like not so much enter that competition space, but I would just rather focus on doing more original content versus like topics that everyone has watched videos on before. Um, that's not to say there was a topic, I don't remember what it was, but it was a really popular topic that someone asked me to do a video on, and I said I probably would because it's so popular. People might want to see my take on it. And that was like the only exception, but like otherwise, you know, Mother 3 and you know, like Luigi's Mansion beta and all this other stuff, like I'm probably not gonna do that stuff. Cause like that reminds me of the video I did on stage debut. I went into that video sort of trying to make it like a lost media video, but it ended up just being a discussion of the game beta, and that's not what I really wanted. I think at the time, because the original video I had problems with anyway, like the original version, so then I deleted it from my account and I made an edited version. If anyone remembers when I did that. So had I formulated that video like as like right now, if I made that video tomorrow, I would probably format it in a different way than I did in that final version. But still, I feel like the topic as a whole falls more into a game beta stuff. Brandon Bungard said, "You know that Kirby plush meme that's been floating around recently? Isn't that plush lost?" Um, I mean, I don't think that specific one is. Like, that's a Bandai Kirby's Adventure plush, and there were a couple that showed up on a Japanese auction site not long ago. So I wouldn't really consider it lost. I mean, if you're talking about the actual one in the video or in the meme, like, like that's I guess lost. But like the actual series it's from is extremely rare, but they do show up occasionally. And at the Kirby cafe that no longer exists, they did have tons of those meme plushes, which is where I think the popularity. I know that like the whole sign thing is like the meme picture or whatever, but I think the popularity of that originated from the Kirby Cafe because when people posted pictures of that online, all those old plushes kind of circulated and people were like, "Oh, this is a funny looking plush," and then they found that old picture of him outside the Hall Laboratory thing. Sean Luke said, "El Supersonic, have you ever discussed Happy Meal or Burger King toys?" I have not, but there are a couple topics, both for McDonald's and Burger King, that I wanted to make videos on. I just haven't really figured out how I want to do it yet, and the time has not felt right. But I have thought about both of those before. Uh, Kazuma, earlier I said that the Lost Media Wiki has some people who might be able to help you with the AMV download stuff because there are people on the forums that are really into YouTube archiving. But I don't use Skype anymore, so if you wanted to, and for anyone else, I think on Discord it's just L Supersonic Q. Or do I need to give you like a one of the my number thing too? Or can you just search for people? I actually don't know how that works. Well, I'm on Discord, I'm L Supersonic Q, so there's that. Um, Polar Hug said, "Do you like Disney cartoons? If so, do you like DuckTales or Wander Over Yonder?" Um, I definitely wouldn't say I like Disney cartoons necessarily. But I don't really dislike them either. They kind of just exist, and I think that sort of shows in my videos. I do a lot of Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon stuff, but I don't really do Disney stuff. I don't know. I just never really been a big Disney cartoon guy. I know what DuckTales is, and I vaguely know what Wander Over Yonder is, but I'm not like super into that. Slugger said, "Hey man, I just want to thank you for your content. It's super interesting, and I've been following it for a while now." Well, thanks, Slugger. I appreciate that. That's like that's cool. Like getting the straight up like I've been watching your videos. That's always awesome to hear. And when people say they've like binged watched my stuff, it's like, whoa. I don't know. That's kind of cool thinking about that. So thanks, Slugger. I appreciate that. Ed Mario said, "El Supersonic, you happy 9 years." Thanks, Ed Mario. Glad you could stop by the stream. Whoa. Japancom said, "Are you going to make a video on the lost physical version of One Piece Phantom Island for GBA?" Oh wait, physical version? Um, that's not if that I've been looking for more anime stuff, and honestly, the One Piece connection has me intrigued, but I'll have to look that up because if like the ROM is out there and it's just a cart that's lost, hmm, I don't know. That's I gotta look that up. I don't know what to make of that. That's crazy. Um, Yoshi Lamer said, "Yo, there is a Boshi plush up on eBay. Let me be the first to tell you guys. Just El Supersonic Q to his viewers. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Not that anyone could afford that plush, but even if you could, do not buy that plush. Not only because I believe it does not have a tush tag, but let me just tell you, straight up, me to you, keep it secret, keep it safe. Do not buy that plush. Don't do it." Jordan, it's either Eli or maybe it's Eli. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. That was everyone knows this. I am horrible with names. Said, do you have fun looking for new Lost Media stories? I actually do have quite a bit of fun with it, which is why I keep doing it. And actually, some of my favorite times to look for Lost Media stuff is when I am either like in a video drought where I need something new to like really motivate me to make a video. I'll literally just go on Lost Media Wiki, um, look up like just random articles, click random articles, and see if anything catches my interest. That's how the Hannah Montana video came about, and that's one of my favorite videos I ever made. So yeah, just randomly looking for Lost Media stuff on occasion. That's really fun to do. M. Bowen said, what is your next Lost Media video coming out?" Well, there's one on Sunday, and it's an April Fool's Day one. But as for like the next true mystery of like a tried and true mystery of, um, oh, I can't even tell you what you didn't say when did you said what is. I can't tell you. The topics are confidential. The Green Frog said, "Can you do a video on the lost Aqua Teen Hunger Force episodes? That would be greatly appreciated." Ooh, not sure about that because like I don't know. That's kind of like Adult Swim territory. I don't exactly know a lot about Aqua Teen, and I don't really care that much for it, so it might be hard to keep my interest. I'd have to like look that up. I don't know. That's like a really big if. Um, oh, The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog pilot, please. Super Sonic U Gamer Dude 24 said. I'm trying to remember what that was exactly. I think I've seen like screenshots of the pilot. I'm not a big Sonic animation guy though. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's like another big if. I'm not really sure. Brendan Bungard said, "Would you ever do a video of a specific?" Or I read that wrong. Would you ever do a video of a bunch of smaller Lost Media topics for one specific series? For example, a bunch of Lost Pokemon media. Ooh, that's an interesting idea because maybe some of you guys know I have that series called Hoaxtacular, and I show a bunch of hoaxes and rumors for like each series, like Smash Bros. And Pokemon. But I never thought about taking that and doing small Lost Media topics. That is a really good idea. I never thought about doing that, but now that you mention it, maybe I'll consider it. I guess I'd have to like find like a bunch of small topics for a larger series umbrella that I could that would idea would work with. But if I could do that, yeah, that would be great. I might consider that. The the Malm Brain said, "El Supersonic Hugh, have you found the lost Rick and Morty pilot?" Sorry for the spam. I just want to know if there's any new information about it. I have not even heard about a lost Rick and Morty pilot, so I can't say. If I had to guess, I'd say probably not, but I'm not positive on that. The Stellar Flow said, "El Supersonic Hugh, last stream I brought up Advance Wars 64 and you said it was familiar to you. Is there any info on this lost video if it was even started?" I had not started it yet. No, I really haven't worked on any videos um since last stream. I haven't really started anything new or continued anything, so no updates on that. Oh, Discord numbers, yes. I'm trying to think about. I don't know what my Discord. Maybe like before the stream ends, I'll post my or maybe it's a bad idea. I don't know. Geez. Maybe just like tweet me on Twitter and I can send you my Discord through that. That might work. Twitter is just at El Supersonic Q. And that's pretty easy. And yes, Ed Mario, the gold Burger King toys do count as lost media. That was one of the topics I was going to do. Um, Kazuma said, "What if a confirmed piece of lost media that everyone takes for granted as found or real ended up being an extremely elaborate fake?" Kind of like A Day with SpongeBob, but not really like that. I get what you're saying. I mean, A Day with SpongeBob kind of was like that though, but like, I guess like if that was sort of a misunderstanding versus something being actually fake. So imagine like a scenario like A Day with SpongeBob, but someone actually just faked the whole thing. Jeez, wow. I don't know. That would be pretty hard to sort of like grasp. Spend all that time looking for something that someone just made up completely. Oh, this is a perfect example. Evan Cotter said, "Oh, Supersonic, you please can you do a video on the lost SpongeBob short of Rehydrated, or have you seen it?" I'm like 100% certain that that short was actually found, but also a lot of people were telling me back around that time to make a video on SpongeBob Rehydrated, but it was so popular at the time that like everyone was doing videos on it, and I just did not want to seem like I was following a trend. So that's why I didn't make a video for that back at the time. But I'm pretty sure it's found. So yeah, I still really don't have any interest in making a video on it. That was always a topic I just never liked. Like as far back as because for if I recall correctly, like right after A Day with SpongeBob ended, that's like when SpongeBob Rehydrated sorta, like, popped up, and I just wasn't really having it 'cause I didn't wanna do another SpongeBob. I wasn't interested in SpongeBob at that point, but also, like, it just compared to A Day with SpongeBob, it just seemed like nothing. Like, it was just a short little thing that aired on TV versus, like, the whole A Day with SpongeBob fiasco, so, yeah, not really interested in that. Um, Rue said, "Should there be a Sonic Underground plush set?" Well, there are those those plushes from Denny's. It's Sonic and Knuckles, but they definitely should have had the other characters because now we're never going to get any merch of the other characters. Though then again, do I really care about that? Honestly, not really, because I don't like Sonic Underground. I don't like any of the Sonic. I don't like any Sonic animation except the Sonic OVA, like the Japanese one that like everyone hates for some reason, but that's the only one I like. I really don't like Sonic X. Not a fan of the Satam series, not a fan of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, not a fan of Underground, not a fan of Boom, none of that stuff. Oh, oh man. Landon McCain said, "What's a day with SpongeBob?" Oh man. If okay, honestly, if you want they're like if you want to learn about a day with SpongeBob, there are two places I would go. One is I think Bedhead Bernie made a video on a day with SpongeBob once we ended the search. So check that out in addition to reading the Last Media Wiki forums thread about a day with SpongeBob. Both of those places will give you a lot of insight about what's up with that. Oh, the original audio for SpongeBob Rehydrated has not been found. But okay, so the animation must have been what I was seeing, but I did not know that there was no audio with it. Well, I still don't care about that. Meme Trash said, "Happy 9 years, buddy." Thanks, Meme Trash. I appreciate it. Yo, David Sherman with the Sonic. That's such a very niche El Supersonic Q meme. I didn't even remember the origins until you guys like reminded me of it. Um, Sonic could be on the El Supersonic Q wiki. Someone could write an article for Sonic. Um, just reading some stuff. Eternal 2401 said maybe do a video on Half-Life 3. That would be a I don't even know where I would start with a video like that, honestly. Oh, the Rick and Morty pilot is called Doc and Mahardy? That's weird. I've never heard about that. Bowen said, did you hear about the Pokemon RPG on Nintendo 64, but it was canceled? I've heard about that before. I don't think there's enough substance for me to do a video on it, though. Kakarot has been found on eBay, Yeti646 said. I don't think so. I search all the time for Kakarot on eBay, hoping that someone's going to post a meme listing, but I've never found anything. Mel Sanchez said, check Twitter. I will check Twitter after the stream. Sure thing. Nestor said there was this lost SpongeBob short. I think it was called SpongeBob in the Cave. Evidently, there's a YouTuber planning to release it once their video gets 1 million views or something. I haven't heard of that, but it sounds like a scam if I had to take a guess. I'm not sure, though. I've never heard about that. Toaster Thoughts said, El Supersonic Q asking what a day with SpongeBob is like asking who is Jesus. Honestly, yeah, maybe. Gamer Dude said, how about the unfinished Sonic Extreme game for the Saturn? Yeah, Sonic Extreme is another topic I would never cover because so many people have covered it before. And that's why I specifically made a video on Sonic Saturn instead of Sonic Extreme. So, yeah. The Sleepy Cat Animation said, El Supersonic Q, do you think I'm trolling? No. Sinpetty Ash said, do you think you'll like the Sonic Mania animation coming soon? For sure. I watched the small trailer of it, and I'm really hyped. Like, it's what we wanted. The Sonic Mania intro was so nice, and now we're gonna get the Mania animation. It's perfect. I just wish, honestly, okay. I think at South by Southwest, they had like a poster of like different expressions of Sonic, either from Mania or from the Mania animation or something. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's a neat poster. And then I go on the Sega shop and they have the Tails one for sale, and that's it, not the Sonic one. It's like, what the heck? I would have bought a Sonic one if they had that for sale in the Sega shop, but they only have Tails. So I don't want Tails. Here's an interesting question that gets into the El Supersonic lore a little bit. Man, where was it? Man, I just saw it. Oh yeah, Jordan said, "Do you regret making the backyard again?" So here's kind of like an El Supersonic lore question. Huh. So for anyone who doesn't know, I think it was last year. I think last year in like May or something, I made the Mystery of Me and My Friends, which was a Backyardigans pilot episode that used actors in live costumes or whatever. And it was like, I just made the video to show people that kids animation, like, or no, I made the video to show people that Lost Media was not scary. And I chose a kids topic to kind of push that point home. Well, the problem with that is a bunch of crazy shenanigans happened. Like the video got really popular. I guess someone contacted someone from like the production crew. Crazy shenanigans ensued, and it resulted in a lawyer telling me to take the video down. So do I regret making that video? At first I was gonna say yeah, but honestly, no, because I feel like at that time, that video definitely helped boost my channel to where it is now. Like, um, at the really started taking off. And actually, it was 2016, not 27. We're in 2018. No, it was okay. It was 2017. Yeah, it was last year. Okay. Um, Yeah, okay. At the beginning of last year was when my channel really started taking off because the Teenage Gary thing got really big. That mystery was like huge. And then right when that video was getting big, I released like Kappa Mikey, JBVO, and Meso Blues, and that solidified like, oh, El Supersonic Hugh's a legit dude. And then like very shortly after those three videos, the Backyardigans one came out, and that like really helped with my views. Now, yes, I'm really, really angry about everything that happened because who knows where that video could have pushed my channel had it still been on YouTube. It could be my most viewed video. It maybe would have gotten over 1 million views. I could be 10,000 subs greater right now, but I got to take it for what it's worth. And had I never made that video at all, I wouldn't have gotten I mean, I don't exactly know how many extra subs that video got me, but the video had like 140,000 views before it was dead, before I had to kill it. So I'm gonna say I probably got at least another like 2,000 subs from that, or maybe 1,500 subs or something. So like, I definitely do not regret making that because it did help the channel in some way. It's just that the problem is that it could never reach its full potential and it never continued to help the channel. But it did for a time, so for that, it was worth it. Um Oh, no point to existing says SpongeBob in the cave was fake. Well, I've never heard about that, so I'll okay. Yeah, I don't even know what that was about, but all right, if it's fake, I'm not even gonna pay attention. Oh, they're memes? Meme vids, okay. Flannery Likes Fire said, I checked when you did the barcode for A Day with SpongeBob, and apparently some people have seen it. A Day with SpongeBob just does not exist. Lorenzo Holly is just a kind of normal person. Oh, Jane said, "Hail, Supersonic Hugh. You ever heard of Air Knights, the canceled Knights into Dreams game?" I think you mentioned that before. Yeah, I haven't looked into it, but I think you did mention it, so it sounds familiar. Uh, Sin Pity Ash said, You don't go with the trends to keep your channel more original and fresh." That was like a oxymoron statement, like jumbo shrimp or whatever. To keep my channel uh, original and fresh, I do not go with the trend. Or wait, was that a question? You don't go with the trends to keep. I feel like the question mark there threw me off. Either that was like sarcasm or I don't know. But yeah, I purposely don't go with trends so that it can stay fresh. Because if I just go with trends, not only does that show I'm a bandwagoner, but also um, it's not helping the Lost Media community because like imagine if I never made a video on like the Hannah Montana anime, right? Then like no one would be looking for the character model sheets or whatever, right? Or no one would even know that they existed, right? But because I did a video on it, now we know. So by doing that, I feel like it's much more beneficial to like everyone involved if I do not follow the trend. And honestly, okay, this is my like super like ego opinion. You can tell who the real Lost Media people are from the bandwagoners just by what topics they cover. Okay, let me just say that. Okay, so there you go. Toaster Thoughts said, "Gonna send you a pic of a Kirby toy I found on a Japanese auction site to make sure it's rarity." Okay, Pango said you probably know by now, but Clockman was found. Yeah, I remember that a long time ago. Soma with the shrimp. Cool. Why don't you see my question? Sleepy Cat said. I'm seeing it right now. Maybe I missed something. I'm just like picking out random stuff. I was a teenage Chow. That's good. Rue said all the Backyardigans debacle proves all that it proves is that Lost Media is scary so long as lawyers are involved. Well, dang it. I guess I completely failed then. Lyndon said, I just saw someone talk about something called Teenage Gary, and I'm interested in what that is. I made a video on it. You can check it out if you want to. But the long and short of it is there's an episode of SpongeBob called I Was a Teenage Gary, and there was a big debate about whether or not a scene of Squidward transforming into a snail exists and was cut from the final episode, or if it didn't even exist at all. And we've come to the consensus that it doesn't exist, but there are still a lot of people that say it did exist. So, oh, Brendan said Teenage Gary was the first video of yours I saw. I think it was when it first came out. Oh, so that would have been, or no, that it came out, I think, summer of 2016, maybe. I'm not quite sure when that came out, actually. John Iowa said, "Don't ever feel sorry for your cringy fan base's actions. They'll supersonic you." No, yeah, the see the thing with the Backyardigans video, and like I think I have a pretty good fan base. Like no complaints there. But the problem with the Backyardigans video is it brought in a lot of people that weren't necessarily my fans. They were just people who I didn't even know the Backyardigans were a meme really, but I guess they are. So the problem with that video is that it wasn't really my fan base necessarily. Um, it was just a bunch of like random people that just the topic got so popular that it just brought a bunch of random people in. So I don't even know who made the death threat, and we're probably never gonna know. But I would assume that it was probably no one in my fan base. But it's too bad that that it happened to begin with. So, I mean, it's really unfortunate. Oh, Marcelo Biar saying never saw that video. Oh, dang. It's actually, hmm, I don't know. Oh yeah, it is re-uploaded. I forgot about that. Yeah, I was like really against people re-uploading it at first, but honestly, at this point, I don't care. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just don't really care about it being re-uploaded. I mean, like, don't get the wrong idea. If you re-upload Three Men, I will copyright that, strike that to the moon and back. But like Backyardigans, I mean, like I said, it. I don't care. The only thing that you gain by re-uploading that is like someone finding it and taking it down, like the lawyer guy. Though I don't know. I'm just saying, like I don't want anything to do with that. So that is, that's out of my hands now. Um, Joey EIAS, maybe ES. I'm bad with names, guys. It's just a thing. Said, how did I not notice this stream existed? I don't know. We've been going for quite a while, actually. I don't even know how long this is gonna be. I mean, maybe it'll just be like the regular 2 hours. Because I wasn't even really planning on doing this, so I don't know though. Have you ever tried to clickbait us? Landon said. Um, not really. I think all my I think all my title cards are pretty fair for the like like I definitely do not try to clickbait and stuff. I will admit though, like I'm just looking on the side here, there are a couple things that I did make a little clickbaity, like the racist Gengar thing. I just wrote bad event with a screenshot from a game. Even though that's entirely accurate, but like, you know what? No, no, I don't clickbait. I do not clickbait at all. So there you go. Actually, this reminds me. I think no, yo, yeah, no, I don't. Okay, it reminded me of something completely different, but it like brought my mind back to what I was going to say originally. Weird, but yeah, I do not clickbait you guys at all. Like, no. Bad event Gengar? No, that's the truth. That was a bad event Gengar. There's no arrow pointing to some obscure random part of the picture that isn't even talked about in the video. Like, okay, this is kind of a greater rant that I was kind of going to go off of. Like, recently I've been purposely clicking on like really like just like bad videos that I know are going to be bad, like top tens and like top 10 this that didn't happen and like all this whatever with really bad like thumbnails and stuff just to see how bad they are. And like, oh my god, I'm like offended that the platform where like so many genuine content creators are is the same platform where like the worst like top 10 videos in existence exist. Like, oh, it was just so okay. Like, oh, I kind of want to like not call out names, but I just kind of want to describe the video for you guys. But I guess maybe I won't bother, but like it was just some of the worst video editing I've ever seen. And like these videos had just like millions of views for obvious reasons because of like you know how they word the title and how they make the thumbnail, you know, and all this stuff. And it's just it's so misleading. It's so awful. Like it's so gross to me. Like that's that's bad. Like I have no respect for clickbait at all. And I hope you guys don't think that I clickbait because like if you guys like if I really wanted to clickbait, trust me, I would. But I don't think writing bad event with a picture of Gengar when the title is most racist Pokemon. Like if I just wrote the most racist Pokemon ever and maybe wrote bad event or something, maybe that would be a little clickbaity. But in the title, I say Nintendo World's fake mystery gift. So right off the bat, you know exactly what you're getting into. And the thumbnail saying bad event with a picture of the thing is pretty truthful to what the video is about because it's about a bad event and there was a screenshot of it. And yeah, so there you go. Oh, Thomas the Dank Engine. Okay, fair point. Everything is its own clickbait. That's how most advertising works. Except your clickbait isn't misleading. Okay, that okay. You know what? That's a fair statement. I guess clickbait. Yeah, when you say it like that, there's the misleading clickbait, the false clickbait, and then the actual like. Okay, that's a fair assessment, I guess. Oh, everything is awesome studios. Okay, I didn't know this was your account. It's nice to be able to watch one of these streams again. Oh, it's cool. Glad you're here. The Sleepy Cat animation said, "Can you help me with the this lost media tales from the Okefenoki 1967?" It's incomplete. I don't know what that is. Not sure if I'd be interested in it. I'd have to check that out, I guess. Um, Rusev Supersonic Hugh, do you own the Kirby Marks plush? I was thinking of getting it. I don't own that, but if you like Marks and you like Kirby, it's definitely a good plush, and it's probably the only Marks plush that'll ever exist. So and it's Sanai, so it'll no doubt get rare in a few years. I would get it if I were you. I'm not a big Kirby fan though, so I'm gonna pass on it. But if I were you, I'd probably get it. Flannery Likes Fire said, "Was there ever a Chowder pilot like the cartoon?" Yes, there was a Chowder pilot. I think actually the creator CH Greenblatt talked about this in a Tumblr post or something, where someone actually asked him if there was any like Chowder Lost Media or something about the pilot. And I believe the only difference that the pilot had versus, or maybe it was something like there was an unaired pilot and then the actual pilot. I think the actual pilot of the show was the Froggy Apple Crumple Thumbkin. I think that was the actual pilot. I think there was an unaired version and an aired version. The only difference the unaired version had was like a slightly different camera angle in one of the scenes, and like that was it. And that's what I remember reading. So otherwise, I don't think there's really any like real Chowder Lost Media. So yeah, that's which I'm disappointed in, because I would have liked for there to have been more Chowder Lost Media, but there's just not. Oh man, the real Kekrok says hi, Kekrok. No point to existing, said L Supersonic Q. Any new info on Yaya Beavis 2? Uh, there is no Yaya Beavis 2. But if you meant Yaya Beavis 1, then no, there isn't. And I still think that's part of the fact that the game doesn't exist, and the theory that I pinned in the comments is probably as close to the truth as we're ever going to get. Demonic Pikachu said, thoughts on Smash, port or new game? Definitely a new game. Just like with all the hype surrounding it, there were actually a lot of different factors that sort of pointed in the new game direction, like like uh just like I guess it's everything about it. Like it's just, if it was a port, it wouldn't be like hyped up by Nintendo as much as it was. Like I don't know, they wouldn't have made that whole big new trailer. I don't think Link would have been in his um Breath of the Wild outfit. Uh it wouldn't have said Copyright Hall Laboratory in the trailer. It would have said Bandai Namco. Um like the old Smash site redirects to a new Smash site or something. Like there's just so many signs that point towards it being new. I don't think it can possibly be a port at this point. Hmm. Just reading some stuff in my head. Yeah, Top Hat Sam, L Supersonic, you ponders the weird chat. Exactly. Well, the chat's not weird, really. Sometimes we have had really bad meme chats that were like impossible to do a stream with because people were just memeing the whole time. But this is a good chat. This is good. Xenon X said, once the stream is over, is this video getting deleted? Nope, it's going to go to my live stream archive. And actually, I might just keep it public on the channel anyway. So this will not be Lost Media. Sterling Bigler said, has anyone asked CH Greenblatt about the Kelly toy plushes? Yes, I actually did ask him about that. It was, I think, maybe a year or two ago. He said, I showed him the catalog scan. I said, these never came out. Have you seen them? Or do you know anything about them? Or do you have the prototypes or something? And I believe he actually said to me that he had never seen those before. He didn't know like what they were, but that they looked cool. And I was pretty shocked at that. I'm like, wow. He had no idea these even existed. So that answers that. Yeah, I don't know where else to go to get information on that, because like all the Kelly Toy people I've ever contacted I have no idea about those either, so that's too bad. Tater Toddies said, I called an anime boy Satan. Okay. And this chat is not weird. How? Well, I guess like it's okay. There's some memes getting passed around, but like I don't know. I can work with this. Like it's good. It's pretty good. I like if you if back in like 2016, I think those were some of like the memeiest streams ever. And like the chat just memed the whole time, and there was nothing to work with. But like this chat is good because like the questions are like not memes, and I can actually like answer like all the questions, or I mean the questions that I can get to. I've heard of Mega Man Legends 3, yeah. Gamer Dude 24 said El Supersonic Q. If you're reading this, then Adventures of Billy and Mandy pilot. Wait, what? Is that a meme? Oh, the real Kecker said, what about the last stream? Okay, the last stream only got bad like towards the end because it was just like full out meme. But usually every stream I expect like a certain portion to go into that meme territory, so it's fine. But like the 2016 ones were like literally 5 minutes of questions, and then the rest was just memes. Meme Trash said, "Do you think Kappa Mikey will ever return?" Well, technically it should, because I made that video talking about how Larry Schwartz, the creator, actually got the license back from Handmade Films or whatever. And he said he was planning on reviving it. So in theory it should, but will it actually? Yeah, I think it probably will. I don't know when that'll be though, but I think it will. I'm pretty confident it will. um Stephen Mayorana said, "What's the stupidest page on Lost Media Wiki?" Oh my god. I don't have like a specific one, but like anything that deals with like YouTube Lost Media or like dubs, like the freaking Albanian SpongeBob. That is probably the dumbest page. I like how that sort of became like a meta Lost Media Wiki meme. Like I used to always just use that as an example of like a really bad Lost Media thing, but I didn't know that like it sort of had this cult following that like a lot of people on the website shared the same feeling about it like being such a bad topic that now it's sort of like a meta meme. So that's really cool. Um, Rados9 said, "Do you only reply to people once?" I mean, I try to get as many different people as possible. I don't specifically like try to reply to people once, but like if I just answered someone's question and like I see they post another question, then I'm gonna try and get to someone else. But like if if the last time I answered someone's question was like 15 minutes ago and I see another question from them, then I'd answer it. Baldwinda said, "Are there any unreleased 3DS games that you know of?" Um, I'd have to like pull up a list or something. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything specific, but I'm sure there are some out there. Neo64 said, "What are some of the really strange bootleg Mario plushes? Like the ones that don't even make sense, like Baby Waluigi and oh, there was one like a couple weeks ago. I think I was talking about that was really strange. Oh, it was like the Presto Poker Luigi, but it was like a Poker Mario. They took like a bootleg Mario pattern and like turned his overalls into like Luigi's suit, but they kept all like of Mario's traditional colors intact. So like he was wearing like a blue suit because of his overalls, and he had like a red bow tie. It was super bizarre. Like I don't even know why about making Poker Mario like so long after that Poker Luigi plush released. That's probably one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Just because sense exists. But otherwise, I've seen like those really bad like Chinese superhero figure sets and stuff. Those are really freaking weird. Um, like I don't even know where to start with those, but that's a little bit out of my um collecting expertise area anyway. Like I don't collect superhero stuff, so like I don't know, like maybe there's a reason behind why bootleggers of the superhero stuff choose what they do or whatever, but I don't really know exactly. But with the Mario stuff, it's like you know exactly why they made something and what they based off of. Like the Baby Waluigi plush, they made because Baby Mario, Baby Luigi plushes exist, and there's a Baby Wario plush too. And so they probably saw those plushes, knew of Luigi and Wario's existence, and decided to convert them into babies to go with the Baby Mario and Luigi, and that's just so weird. Dr. Butler said, El Supersonic Q, when are you going to play Under Night in Birth? What? I don't know what that is. So maybe never? Your mic is sounding like a robot. No. Dang. Is it actually? Well, rip. That happens sometimes. Oh. It, it just screwed up. Dang. Is it back? I'm surprised we actually went that far without the before the mic screwed up. PK Deluxe said, I got a question. Is there any lost media you feel shouldn't be found out of respect for any other means? Um, that's like a kind of a interesting question because like the lost media that I search for, whether it be like which is mostly cartoons and stuff, I feel like all that should be found. Like that's what we do. I think where you're trying to take the question is like for real world events like that Christine tape and all of those really strange things. I I mean, I don't really know where I fall there because I've never searched for that kind of thing and I don't really have an interest in it. So honestly, I can't really make a call on that. I don't know about that. But in regards to animation or whatever, if like perfect example is there's some kind of like Sonic CD, some kind of Sonic music CD that was released at some kind of concert or something, or some Sonic cafe. I don't know where it was released, but it was like it was really limited, and there's some like songs on it that have never been heard outside of the CD. But I guess there were two different volumes of it. Someone released the first one and like Sega murdered them or something. So now no one wants to leak the second one and it's really hard to get. But if it were me and I had that CD, oh, I would leak it without a doubt. Like one way or another, I would get the tracks online. So in regards to that kind of thing, I don't care. Like I think that kind of stuff should be out there. That's just me and what I think. I mean, like if I was at Sega and Sega said to me, "Don't leak this," that's a completely different circumstance. But I don't know. If you release something publicly and you say on it like not for resale or whatever, I mean, like what like I don't know, that's like it's like what do you expect is going to happen? Like you can't even people at companies will leak stuff anyway. So I mean, just to bring this down to like a more casual level, I mean, if I had some kind of CD like that Sonic CD, like I'd get the tracks online some way. Go to jail for Sonic music. Yeah, okay. Sneaky snack. I guess I mean there are ways around it. Like just don't like tell people, "Oh, I leaked this and I'm so cool." Just like drop it on 4chan and no one will know it's you. Oh, everything's fine now. Okay, good. I had a slowdown. Sounds fun. Okay, I don't know. Maybe Kekrok was trying to interfere with my stream, and the lag in it was Kekrok's doing. Could have been that, or maybe the stream was just messing up. We are bordering on the 2 hours though, and I do have to go to the bathroom, so maybe we are gonna end this soon. Um, ooh, Kazuma Kuwabaris 291 said, "Do you like factory error toys like misprint defects, pin errors, missing parts, figures packages upside down, etc.? I want to make vids about that someday, but I'm not sure how to go through with it." Um, I do like weird things like that. Well, I mean, yeah, I do like stuff like that. Whether or not I used to sort of like buy a lot of kind of weird things like that, but I don't really buy stuff like that anymore. Like, because there came a point where like I was getting so many kinds of like weird quirky items like that I'm like, what am I even doing wasting money because something has like a it's like packaged upside down or packaging correctly or whatever. Um, but a video though covering that stuff would be cool. So I wish I could give you some suggestions on how you could do it. Maybe you could break it down by series or something. But that would be a cool video. So I would say go through with that if you can. Maybe like you pick a certain series and talk about all the defects of a certain series. So like for Sonic, and you. Oh, but I guess the problem would be like finding pictures of that kind of thing though, because if they haven't been documented, like I don't know. Yeah, that's really tricky. Jane said, "Remember anime China Tiger L Supersonic Q?" Oh, I remember them. All right, I remember them. I think it was anime China Tiger. Yeah. Oh man, dude, that was so crazy. Remember, like the first time that happened. Um, Paul Huang, I think I pronounced that right. I hope I pronounced that right. Said any hopes for the 3DS? Maybe a Link's Awakening remake? Dragon Quest XI not being localized for 3DS sucks. Wonder about Yokai Watch 3. It's cool to see the game take place in the USA. Oh, whoa, really? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. Um, but yeah, I don't think I have too many hopes for 3DS at this point. Um, I'm sort of just focused on the Wii. Did I just say? I was almost gonna say Wii U for a second. Yeah, that would be funny. I'm just really focused on the Switch, and my 3DS has been broken for like 2 years anyway, and nothing that came out in that 2 year span has motivated me to get a new one. Not even like Metroid 3DS or Samus Returns or whatever, because Metroid Prime 4 is coming out on Switch, and like, yeah, I don't know, the Pokemon games aren't gonna make me want to buy a new one. Like nothing, not even Luigi's Mansion 3DS, because that should have been on Switch. So like, yeah, I don't know. At this point, I'm kind of just done with 3DS. And honestly, if they discontinued it or like replaced it rather with a new handheld, I probably wouldn't even go for it because the Switch is pretty much a handheld anyway. So like at this point, I don't feel like 3DS is really is yeah, I don't know. I guess like maybe part of the reason why I'm so like bitter towards the 3DS, or not bitter, but like cold towards the 3DS is because mine broke for me like so early on. Like I got it in 2013 with X version, I think, and then I got like Smash Bros, and those were like the only two things I ever played on it, and it broke because of Smash Bros. Because you can throw your controller when you're playing on console, but you can't throw your 3DS when the controller is the console. Um, so I guess I'll never have to play Smash on. I guess I'll never play Smash on the Switch tablet then, because that would be bad. Um, but yeah, so I guess I just don't have enough like fondness of the 3DS to really care about it anymore, which is too bad. So It's 9 o'clock. Um, I don't know if we should keep going for like a little bit. Like I don't think I want to go for too much longer, but I don't know if we should keep going at all because I don't want to like go too overboard. And this was kind of on the spot, and I have to go to the bathroom. So maybe I'll take like just a handful more questions and then call it a day. So I guess this kind of does answer the question though. There won't be a stream tomorrow because usually streams are on Friday. Actually, had I not even done this stream tonight, I probably was not going to stream tomorrow anyway because I had to work on the video for Sunday, and that's going to be an all day thing. Um, so yeah. Oh, whoa! Kazuma said he had, or they have 100+ factory errors in their own collection, but I don't think there's enough info overlap between a lot of the pieces for him to make a video about a specific series. Just don't know where to go with it. Yeah, I maybe could you focus on certain defects like all these ones have, I guess, upside down packages, all these ones are missing parts. I guess that's maybe a little bit boring though. I that is so tricky. That is so tricky. I mean, I have a hard enough time coming up with my own like creative ideas for videos, so I wish you luck. Have you seen any Gorillas Lost media? Frisk asks. Um, I know there's I know of some. I can't really remember what they were specifically off the top of my head, but I know I've heard of some. People have asked me to make videos on it, but I've never really been motivated enough to do it. Marcelo said sneak peek of the video. I can't really sneak peek. Oh, actually, if you go back to the beginning of this stream, I think within the first like 5 minutes, I accidentally partly say what the video is about. So Toaster Thoughts said check Twitter later. Yeah, I can check Twitter later. um, Radios 9 said, guys, there's an LSSQ Polish dub. That's funny. Lane said, do you think GameStop will be the main place to search for World of Nintendo figures once Toys R Us closes? No, I don't think so. Because, okay, as like Toys R Us for me, they never really got in like any new figures. It was usually just a bunch of old figures. Like I think the newest wave they ever had was like the Peppy wave, and I think it was like they only ever just had Peppy. So like while Toys R Us wasn't doing that good with keeping up demand or keeping current with the waves, GameStop I think does a worse job because they're only going to sell like, like whenever you go into a GameStop you see like Zelda, Yoshi, and like Mario. So like I don't think they're going to want to get into like Hammer Bro territory or like stuff like that. Plus, I don't think GameStop is really 100% on board anyway with the figures. I've always been under the impression it was more of just like, I guess you can't really say a holiday thing. I'm only saying that because I first saw them there during the holidays, and it's so long after that they're still there. But like, to me, it seems like GameStop carrying them is more like a gimmick versus actually trying to sell them like Toys R Us would. As much as I hate to say it, I think Target is going to be the place to go to get them, which is not saying much because my Target sucks and they don't even have shelf space on the pegs anymore. They're just in a box, like the figures in their own boxes are in a longer box. Um, but like Target did supply a healthy variety at one point in time. So I can see them going through with keeping at least trying to keep up with the newest waves. Or GameStop, I don't think they're going to because like yeah, especially with Jax being in the position that they are, they're not going to ask GameStop to like make tons of shelf space for like the newest waves because like the most recent wave GameStop has is like I think it was like the Zelda wave, right? With like the regular Zelda figure in it. Um so yeah, no hope there. Uh Oh, KB Toys is coming back from the dead, Soma Cruz said. Yes. I heard about that as well. Not really sure what to make of it though. It almost sounds like one of those like random like hopes that never really amounts to anything. But I did hear about it, so that's cool. I hope it can happen. It'd be even better if Toys R Us didn't go out of business. Not that, or I guess it's far too late for that because I was thinking like, oh, my Toys R Us is still fine, but it was fine for a while after they announced bankruptcy or after they announced the store closures, the liquidation sales. But I went last week and like, yeah, there were posters up and like people were like mobbing the store. Maybe I'll go this weekend and see what else is there, which is probably nothing. But or maybe it's all the video game stuff because the video game stuff was not on clearance. None of it. What? Lane found Metal Mario and Raccoon Mario at GameStop. Okay, well I didn't. So that's huh. I'll have to check next time I'm there. I didn't think they were keeping up with that. Toaster thought said everything good must come to an end, but everything good must also begin. Well, that was some good food for thought. Oh, Kazuma liked my idea. Okay, that's awesome. Wow. I'm really glad I gave you that idea. Then cool. Sterling has bought Nintendo plushes at Walgreens before. I did too. Wait, Walgreens has only ever. Well, okay, apparently Walgreens used to sell the 4-inch figures. I never found 4-inch figures there. Some people did. It's mostly the 2.5-inch figures, and at one point it was plushed, but they don't do plushes anymore because they phased those out, which is really unfortunate. Um, yeah. I think I might end with these last three question or comments. Um, Slavic Swaggins Afterbath said, I remember stumbling into really early videos made by this channel. It was creepy. Well, I guess I can be kind of weird going like finding really old videos of like someone like who you know for like another topic or another whatever. I mean, I don't think any of my early videos are too creepy, but they are definitely not like even my voice is I think it's like higher pitched and I said like every second word in my oldest videos. It like the in-depth series and stuff. Um Sunset Appleton said, sorry if this was covered earlier in the stream, but what are some other YouTube channels that you frequently watch, whether they cover topics similar to yours or not? Yeah, so I think another thing I was gonna say was Yeti646 said, what's your favorite YouTuber? So this fits into the thing. Um Definitely okay, wait, what was the original question? um oh dang, now I'm not gonna be able to find the original question. I think it was just what are some of your favorite yeah, okay. What are some of the YouTube channels you frequently watch? Okay. So Neo Game Spark. I bring him up a lot. Neo Game Spark is one of my favorite YouTube channels because he was one of the first channels I ever watched on YouTube. So I really like his stuff. It's like a vlog style, and he talks about like gaming topics and anime topics and movie topics, but I really like his stuff. I want to like collab with him someday because that would be like a dream for me. Like, oh my gosh, Neo Game Spark. Like, oh, his stuff is awesome. I really like his stuff. Primetime Pokemon is someone else who I also used to watch a lot. He was one of the along with Neo Game Spark. Primetime Pokemon was one of the first YouTubers I really uh, got into when I first started watching YouTube. He does Pokemon card opening videos. I I haven't really been keeping up with Primetime Pokemon as much. Like Neo Game Spark, I think there was maybe a time, maybe a couple years ago when he didn't really post as much, so I stopped kind of watching because there was nothing new to watch. But like I'm up to date with Neo Game Spark now. But with Primetime Pokemon, he posts so frequently, and I'm not a big fan of the newer Pokemon sets to begin with, which is mostly what he's opening now. So I don't really watch him a whole lot. Sometimes I do, and I still really like watching his older stuff, but like his newer stuff, I'm not really keeping up with it as much. That reminds me of another YouTuber. This one a lot of you guys have probably heard before. Psycho. He does like glitch videos and stuff. I am like a really big Psycho fan, but I haven't been watching him as long as Neo GameSpark or Primetime Pokemon. Psycho, I found him a few years ago. I don't even know how. Um, I really don't know how, but I there was a period in time where I really enjoyed watching his stuff. I think it was like 2015 at one point. Like it was really cool. I really enjoyed his content. That's not to say that I still don't enjoy it. I still watch him occasionally. Um, but he sort of I'm trying to think how to say this in like a nice way. I feel like and I think he even admitted this in one of his like update videos at one point where he doesn't do a lot of glitch fest videos anymore because they take so long to make, and he does do a lot of let's plays. The thing I think with why I liked watching him so much back when I was like really into him was like you could expect a glitch fest video like once a month or something. So like I'd watch the let's plays that he was currently playing like at the time, and then I would watch the Glitch Fest like at the end of the month, and it was a really cool schedule he had. But now he really doesn't do a lot of Glitch Fests, and the games that he lets plays, I'm just not like super interested in. Not to mention the last few that I've seen from him, they're more like walkthroughs versus let's plays, and I much prefer the let's play style where he doesn't know what he's really getting into. With the walkthroughs, it's not as spontaneous, and it's like, I'm watching someone who already knows everything about the game, and it's not as enjoyable. But I mean, criticism aside, I mean, like I said, I still really like him. I like his content. I like his older content, especially. I guess I just haven't really tuned into him as recently, but like, if I had to pick like a top three YouTubers that I watch, it would be Neo Spark, Primetime Pokemon, and Psycho. Um, and actually, I think I'm gonna throw this name out there too for Lost Media stuff. Um, Shoegazer Productions, Randy the Shoegazer from Lost Media Wiki. He does his Lost Media Chronicles series. I actually never really watched a whole lot of Lost Media videos because I was doing Lost Media myself. Like I stopped watching. Like I was never a huge Blame It on George fan, but I stopped watching his videos because I think I said this before. His videos are sort of like the introductory level to Lost Media. They don't really give super specifics about the topics he covers. He sort of covers a lot of topics, but there's not the info isn't as deep. So I don't really watch him or other YouTube stuff, other Lost Media YouTube stuff. But Lost Media Chronicles by Shoegazer Productions is actually quite good. I've started watching a bit of it. I don't really know how I got into it. I think just because it was on the Lost Media Wiki so much, I decided to finally watch it. But I actually like his style of videos quite a bit, and it's weird because while he covers Lost Media, a lot of it are topics that I either won't cover or haven't covered before. So it's interesting to me because it's something that I don't know of myself already, but also just the way that he kind of formats the series is entertaining. Like I watched most of his videos a few weeks ago, but he has a really solid group of episodes. I'm trying to think of the Windsor McKay episode. I think that's my favorite one. It was so good. Like it was really informative. So if you guys want another Lost Media YouTuber to watch, check out Lost Media Chronicles by Shoegazer Productions or Randy the Shoegazer because it's pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't been watching it for that long, but I sort of got into it a couple months ago, and I'm digging it. So if you guys want another Lost Media channel, check that out. On top of Bedhead Bernie, I know he does Lost Media stuff, in addition to some other kinds of animation stuff as well, like animation topics and animation community topics. And he's also on Lost Media Wiki um, and stuff like that. So I think the last question I wanted to ask was from Jane, and she said, Supersonic Q, what's your fondest memory of the LSSQ channel? Now, at first, I didn't know how to answer this, but I think I have an answer. there's one video in particular that really, I think, I don't know what the right word is, but let me just get into the story. And it's not a very like hype story, but this is one of my favorite um moments of the channel. It was in 2012, and I was filming an episode of the In Depth series, which was a clay showcase series, a sculpture showcase series. You guys can still find these episodes on my channel, by the way. I don't remember what episode it was, but it was talking about like old Sonic clay figures that I had dug up from boxes and bags. Um, the video had to have been called something like In Depth series old Sonic clay figures or retro Sonic clay figures or something. Anyway, the video itself, the room is dark. There's really poor lighting. I think I'm balancing my camera on a tripod with a light like attached to it. Really crazy stuff. And I started the video off by saying, like, hey guys, it's El Supersonic Q, and welcome to tonight's exciting venue with some nice hand sign, like hand, like ho ho ho. And I said that sound effect because I was as how I described the environment. But that video in particular, looking back and thinking about that video, I really had a fun time filming that video. It was just me sitting in front of a poster board showing Sonic clay figures in the dark with poor lighting in 2012. This was 2012. But it was like at that moment when I was filming that video when I sort of like just had this feeling of like literal like just like joy. I'm like, I'm filming clay figures. People like this, and I'm happy. That was probably one of the best moments for the channel ever. I don't know why it made me so happy. I don't know why that memory stuck in my head, but like it happened. And like, I don't know, just thinking about that, like that's like wow. So I don't know. That is definitely one of my fondest memories of this channel. So yeah. Um I think with that really cool story said, I think we are going to end it here because I quite have to go to the bathroom now, and it's like 20 past 9, so I think it's a good place to stop. But with that said, thanks everyone for watching and celebrating this 9-year anniversary right here with me. So I guess there's not much else to say. I'm going to keep going with the videos though, as always. You know, in um my original vlog that I filmed for today that is lost media now because I'm not going to upload it because I can't edit it. Like I said, I talked about the past, present, and future of the channel. I guess we're not really going to, well, we kind of did that in different ways tonight, but I guess kind of just to touch upon the future or whatever, like I said, obviously I'm going to keep going with the videos and stuff. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I'd still like this to be my career one day, so I really hope that can happen. Um, but as for videos, there'll be the April Fool's Day video on Sunday. I'm probably going to work on that all day tomorrow. And then we're going to get into some historical videos for a week and a week or a week and a half. And then really get back into the lost media probably by like mid-April. Hopefully by then, some new light will be shed on a topic I'm researching along with the wiki because it's turned into quite a big task. But yeah. So with that said, I'm going to end it here. But like I said, thanks for watching, guys, for either 9 years or since yesterday or whatever. So I guess take care. And until the next video, that's it. So the classic Finn.